Good afternoon, everyone. This is the December 4th, 2024 session of the zoning citation hearings. It is 2 p.m. and we are in Norwalk City Hall in the conference room. Well, it's room 125 adjacent to the planning and zoning office. My name is Robert Maslin. I'm the hearing officer today. I have an agenda of eight matters. And we'll go in accordance with the sequence in the agenda. Except for a couple of them that I'll mention that could be quick disposals. The staff has provided me with memos on each of these matters. They're very summary fashion memos, so it doesn't get into a great deal of substance. And do we know if anyone's participating by
Zoom?
internet?
Not that I know of.
We do have an attendee here, just, I don't know what their,
Yeah, she is for no.
Well, you don't need to identify somebody who's just here to
Well,
watch, but if they're a respondent on one of the citations.
I mean, I was just saying if they were for a matter they wanted to comment on,
Oh, that's okay. Well,
just so I knew where they
when
were.
we get to it.
Yeah, that's right, yeah, that's
Okay, all right. All right, so I am not, just so everybody knows, I'm not an employee of the city of Norwalk. I don't work for the planning and zoning department. I volunteer my time, a couple hours a month to do these hearings. Sort of as an independent person. I happen to be an attorney who practices zoning, so I know zoning law sufficiently to get through these. So let's, so I'm here, the staff that's present, why don't you just identify yourselves for the record so we can get started?
Ian Hall, Deputy Zoning Inspector.
John Hayducky, also deputy zoning inspector.
Okay, first is 8 Kendall Court. Anyone here on 8 Kendall Court? Yeah. Is this the, have a seat. You are
Jeff.
Raul?
Jeff, I'm the son.
You're the son, brother. Who owns the property?
My parents.
They're here? Okay, would you, please identify yourselves. You could stay seated there if you're not.
Raul Rayron, Lucille Rayron.
Okay, all right. So where is this? What's the status?
Okay.
The memo says the road is still in the same location. There's been no screening in place, but that goes back to October 23rd.
Yeah, so the most recent update was an email from Jeffrey from yesterday, I believe. How he found a lot he said he found a lot to put it on. He was hoping to have it removed yesterday. However, he was informed yesterday that it cannot be done until Friday to remove the boat from the property.
What's the hangup?
Sure, not sure.
The mover said he couldn't do it.
What do you want to do?
Last time we were here, we were barring a technical difficulty. We were ready.
We're about ready to issue a fine.
Yes, I'd say seconds away from issuing a fine.
Yes, literally. Then we discovered technical difficulties.
Mhm.
Do you want to kick it over to next month?
January. Okay, yeah.
Or,
Yeah, it should be moved this Friday. I don't see it taking anything longer than that, damn sure.
We could move it to the month, confirm that's gone and discuss fines on the next hearing.
this will be, 1 year. That this has been, kicking around here. So when is our next scheduled
It is
hearing date?
January the 15th, I believe. No, that's yours. So that's the 23rd. 22nd.
22nd, Wednesday?
Mhm.
All right. I'll put that right in here. Oh, I see. Okay. 2 o'clock?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
get the one.
But to make it better, I can submit the names and numbers of the mover of the boat as well as the lot owner, so you know I'm not,
yeah, could you email it to me?
yeah.
Okay.
No problem. I can, you wanna see the emails, I got them in the text,
Yeah, just send to me an email so we can get through this, but yeah.
so, you know, I'm not pulling anyone's chain here.
Okay.
You know, and the delay before him was, and you know, I had the guy who was supposed to fix it, and then we are gonna put it in the water. But then he kept pushing me back, because his father was sick and eventually died. You know, so there are extenuating circumstances here. And then it got too late that I was no longer gonna fix it, and now I had to put it in the yard, because it's now end of boat season.
Okay, so this is continued to January 22nd, 2 P M.
Mhm. Is oral notice good enough? Give us something.
Yes,
Okay.
I think it's okay with them, they're the
Mhm.
respondents.
So I won't send out a mailer, for the next hearing,
So what was the date again?
the 22nd, I can email it to you though.
And if it's moved before then, do I have to be here, or
We'll still have a hearing to like close everything out and
Yeah.
discuss potential fines, but,
do I have to be here?
I would recommend it.
Or could I be on,
Yeah, Zoom, yeah.
because it's difficult for me to leave work, you know?
But yeah, I would recommend, it's not in person, definitely Zoom.
Oh,
Okay, because.
All right, I'm gonna skip over to 11 Grandview,
Mhm.
your memos recommends we close this.
Yes, yeah, the violation has been resolved and,
Is anyone here on that?
don't believe so, Grandview. No. Yeah. See. No one's here for Grandview.
Okay,
Yes.
and then the other one I had was 17 Felix
Yes,
Lane that might be,
yes,
Resolved, but-
so,
let me just do the first. one.
it's-
So on this one, staff reports violation is corrected.
yes, and no fine recommended. Yes, and for
The
Felix,
17 Felix, is
Um,
that
yes, I believe it's gonna be fixed. I wanted to keep it open for the next hearing, but,
someone here?
no, he's not. The issue is, the violation is that there is a unregistered vehicle in the front. However, the second it becomes registered, it's not an issue anymore, and so it showed me that he has an appointment for Saturday.
There's no issue with storing a commercial vehicle.
No, that was resolved. There was on multiple parts of the violation, he resolved all of them.
Do I need to sign this or do
Yes.
you have a?
So this one, I just want to move to January.
Fourteen Nolan Street,
Yes.
coffee trucks,
Mhm.
anybody here on that?
Yes. Mhm.
Ian
And I believe,
is here for that,
yes, I believe so.
okay.
I'm not sure if he wants to comment yet, but, or if he wants to be, but we can ask.
Well, tell me
There we
what's
That's
this,
the point there.
let me just take a look at things.
Sure. Ask if we want to ask her.
Got a few more here. All right, well, we get
Do
that.
we need an interpreter?
I don't believe so.
No.
All right, so according to the memo and my memory from last time this was up,
You get a presentation.
these are
I'll do
coffee
that.
trucks
Yes,
and they belong to tenants,
yes,
and the tenants were to contact you about this,
yes,
and you haven't heard from them
correct, yes, not,
even till today.
yes,
Okay,
the property owner, yes.
property owner, yes, okay, so who's here? Why don't you go down the line and tell us who you are? Who's, which
I'm the
one of
owner of
you?
the house.
Who's the owner?
She's the owner.
Okay, your name, please?
Norma Llamas.
Norma,
Oh, Norma. Oh,
Norma,
all right,
Norma, right,
okay,
yeah.
all right. And, sir,
I'm working with them, with the coffee shop.
your name?
Yeah.
Renee Soto. Renee Soto,
RENE?
SOTO.
SOT, and are you a tenant or how, what's your?
No, I'm working with them in the
Working for
business.
us.
Oh, you're an employee of theirs,
Yes.
okay, you're,
I'm a tenant, Citation.
again, please,
I'm renting the.
yeah,
Could
but
be
your
your
name,
name.
please.
Action,
You s-
Action, KADIRAKSUN.
Okay, tenant. And
And Lady Barrera, Leidy, Barrera.
and you're also a tenant?
Yes,
Mr. Hall, what's the status?
Okay, yeah, so last time we were here for the, last time we were here for the October citation hearing. And, we discussed, and they discussed that they found a place to store their vehicles and that they're gonna give me their, the information for where they're storing that. Have not received that information yet, and according to the original complaint, that how the trucks still appear on the property and they hose down the trucks in the street, regularly every day. And you can see up there, these were not taken by me, submitted by the
By
neighbor.
a neighbor?
Yes, dated, these are November 18th, so after our hearing, where the trucks returned to the property get hosed off and apparently it's a regular.
What's the
occurrence.
date on, oh, November 18th?
18th, yes. And I believe the neighbor is in the, Zoom, if she wants to speak.
Yeah, we do have a few people in the Zoom query, so whenever you're ready to potentially take witnesses off.
Yeah, so I would say these pictures were not taken by me, they're provided to me by a neighbor. And
Ian,
so,
that's
oh.
not the right notice.
Oh. Ignore that, yeah.
Well, it's in the file, that's what
Yes.
matters. That's the wrong hearing notice here.
Okay, I mixed up all these for that.
But those are the trucks we're talking about?
Yes, correct, yes.
Well, it's out in the street,
Hmm. So I did want to bring it back to, get your determination on,
well, it's in the
and to
street,
get
so-
the, neighbors input as well. If she was to speak.
So what is the violation, storing commercial vehicles on the property?
Correct, yes.
And that is pretty much overnight, right? Is that,
That was the original, issue, yes.
is that still an issue?
To my knowledge,
Parking in the street is a different,
Correct,
it's
yeah.
not the use of private land, so
Mhm.
what, you said they're hosing, they're washing down trucks?
yes, my assumption was the complaint as well, is that they come to the property to like load up, then they go out to the site, then they, come back, clean it out, and they,
Mhm.
store vehicles elsewhere, to a different site.
Is that another violation?
If it's running out of, if it's like run, we could do that a violation, it's not in the original notice, because I noticed for operation of a business and residential zone.
What are your intentions here? What are you planning to
remember I
do?
told you that we come to the house and we put the drinks,
Mhm.
then we put water on the steam table. Then that's what we do.
Is that,
We don't even park the cars anymore. I remember I said to her that I sent you the email, but I just, checked my email. I sent it to myself. I didn't send it to you, but I have it over here, that where I'm paying for the parking lot, for the trucks.
where is that?
This is, doesn't say.
Or it doesn't say the address, but I have the address with the guy. I can give you the phone number if you want, but that's how much I pay him for the parking lot.
Gotcha, okay.
And where is it? Is it in Norwalk?
Yeah,
Where?
it's, That's the name of the street, on 14, where are me?
Killer. What is that?
Would you like me to testify there, Councilman?
Well, let's see, you got the map?
I can get the map, but I know exactly where it is
What is it?
because I have a violation on that
Where is
property.
it?
It's, Keeler Avenue is just north of Connecticut Avenue, just past Home Depot. On the right-hand side. They are under violation for a whole mess of things.
What's the?
Sure. Yeah, I would like the aerial photo or would you like a,
Let's start with the aerial.
sure, I can do that. Yeah, oh, no. Let's see. Just north of Spitzer Court. Yeah,
114.
yeah,
That's a residential zone.
absolutely it is.
So the storage of trucks wouldn't be allowed there.
Who's your,
Luis Palma?
Luis, yes, he knows me well.
so he's got, so you addressed your violation, but he's got another violation of his own.
Well, it would be adding to it, because right now that's one violation he doesn't have, which is storage of a commercial vehicle.
What does he have?
He has operation of a commercial contractor, landscaper. He has occupancy of this building back here as a full-on apartment. No permits, approvals whatsoever from any municipal agency. And, he also, I think he stopped operating the tow truck out of there. I think he did, but I'm gonna make him prove it. They got a laundry list of things.
Well, this is addressed.
Mhm.
Might not be the best way to address it, but as far as this property is concerned, there's no storage on the property.
Not to my knowledge. I do want to give Mia, if she wants an opportunity to speak to
But,
neighbors.
but there's another issue with conducting a business.
Correct, yeah, and that, I can have that out tomorrow. The operation of a business and the residential property.
Do you wanna, is there somebody who?
I'm gonna necessarily get Mia on here. Hi, Mia, are you here for, this property here, 14 Nolan? I said, oh,
Me is,
She may not want
her
to.
microphone.
that's fine, yeah, that's fine, I was giving
Her
that. opportunity.
microphone is
Yep, that's
a
fine.
little cut off there. Is
Well,
that-
yeah, that means she's not, but she may not want to
Yeah, but is that because you cut her off or
Nope.
did she cut her off?
allow him to talk, and allowing, unmute. Unmute. Now that's her decision.
Oh, there she is.
Oh, there we go. Mia, you there? Hello?
I thought so.
Oh, wait, we got a few, hang on.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. She is talking, but we can't
Hear it.
hear it. So it's on her end there.
The microphone at the bottom is,
So yeah, it's,
flashing.
oh, sorry, yeah, it's like flashing there. Oh, not anymore.
Well, how does this work?
We had this issue actually last time during my hearings and, the individual, oh, there we go.
No, the truck is out being cleaned out now.
There we go. Oh, there we go.
Truck is out front being cleaned out. Cleaned up. Right now? Do you have other people working there? What's going on now?
He's doing the
Oh,
drinking.
here's something. Typing,
Sounds like yes.
typing. That's fine. We can do
Okay,
this.
yeah.
I've done this before.
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes, on the street, yeah, that's new.
okay.
Haven't really done it quite this way.
Yeah.
Neither have
I
I.
am on.
It is queued though, so that's
Mhm.
good. Oh, is there any questions there? Or?
Well, the citation was for storing commercial vehicles,
Yeah, so I could,
not for conducting a business in the residential zone.
so I can have a new one.
So you need to start a process for that.
We have a restaurant.
Pardon me?
We have a restaurant.
Where?
It's 115 Newton Avenue.
Okay.
That's where we cook and everything. We're just doing the drinks at the house. I would put water on the truck and the sink table. That's all we're doing there.
Couldn't you do that at the restaurant?
It's a lot of, we don't really have parking lot because it's, I don't know if you know, there's like a lot of business. So I cannot bring the trucks.
Are you down by the firehouse?
I'm sorry?
Down,
Yeah.
Said Located Avenue, down by the firehouse?
Yeah, that's why I don't wanna bring the trucks right in front of the
Which
restaurant.
restaurant is
It's, Sondelices.
it? Is that in there with the massage place? and
Yeah, it's right,
the deli
it's
and-
right next to it.
Are you the deli
No, it's a restaurant.
restaurant?
I would
You may
say,
have to do it that way because that's zoned for a restaurant. No,
Because
it's
if you
down
see, like
from,
right now, it's a lot of, cars right there.
oh,
So
in
the
here?
trucks are like kind of big, that's why I don't wanna
Yeah,
bring
but
them.
that's the business you have.
the people living in Nolan Court, they didn't sign up to live at a street where.
Nolan
commercial
Court is a
vehicles-
residential street. It's not for people to conduct business like this.
There we go.
Is that where it is on this strip?
Yep, this is
Right
it.
there
Is
in the
it?
corner.
Yeah, it's this guy right here.
That's to the bank, the
Yeah,
drive,
That's the one.
oh, right down at the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right there. There we go. No, I
Well,
guess.
if we agree to do that, it will be done today, like we can start doing.
Well, the problem is you have a violation going on at this very minute while we're having this discussion. What do you, what would you
I would say,
suggest? Would you suggest going over to next month while you work with them to make sure that
yes,
they
yeah,
take the business out of the house and, because that's what you're gonna have to do. It may not be as convenient as working at the house, but the problem is you have trucks coming in and out, you're working on out of the house there, you know, and neighbors are complaining and the problem with that we're in right now is you have violations there. Now there's a violation, it hasn't been cited yet. I think the simplest way through this is to work with Mr. Hall here and get another arrangement going, like working out of the commercial establishment itself instead of doing it from home.
yeah.
Is that all right?
Mm.
So why don't you, not now, but you know, in the next few days,
Mm.
get together and
Mm.
talk about it and figure it out, all right?
Yeah, because the business can't be run there, and like you noted, the 114 Keeler, that's where your swinger trucks now, that's gonna be another violation for them, so it kind of.
That's
gave
another whole,
violation to
that's
it.
another whole.
Yeah, so that's gonna be, you're gonna need to find a new spot on top of that.
So work it out.
Mhm.
I know you're trying, I know, you know, it's not
So,
not a very high-end business.
There's any way we can apply for a parking lot? There's, the driveway, right? There's any way we can apply?
for this zone, no, for no, no.
Now, it's a residential zone,
Mhm.
that's the problem. So let me have the
Yes.
sheet now, we'll just continue.
Right, so only approved use for this property is to live in.
Yes. Yeah, Ian, when I come in to chat with you, let me know.
The January. Is oral notice okay, or should I send something else?
You should probably send it.
Okay.
Mail is fine,
Okay,
you don't need to send the marshal out.
this is the same thing, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll let you keep one copy.
Yes.
Okay.
All
47
good.
Woodward.
Mhm. Yeah, then they are here.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mia, this has been continued to, next month, January 22nd. Let's give you, like,
There is anything to know?
So I have to contact you to I find the other email question.
I gave it out, but, you know what? Get it back. It will be,
They were just told they can't have any business at that house.
Weird.
it's, this right here in the bottom.
Weird.
You can just take the paper if you want.
Okay.
I
I'll
have
take
a
it
copy.
out. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
There is
Anything
another.
to know or no?
Hmm?
Anything?
Right now, no.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Which one, for some award?
Yes, and thank you again, Mia.
Yeah, she, muted that. So. Good.
This one should have a new update for yesterday.
Okay, first, who's here? You wanna tell us who you are? Do you need interpreters?
No,
No, we're good? Okay.
owner of the house, Guillermo Gonzalez, and his daughter, Angie Gonzalez.
Okay.
Yeah, so we were here in September last, continued to here, to this one with, because, I noted the property owner was sick and out of the country, so just giving time for, him to come and, come in to start the process of submitting plans for the addition that was created without permits. I have not heard anything until last night where Angie, emailed me, 6:30 yesterday, telling me that she'll be here today. And that, they, received, this is not in the presentation.
I got you.
No, under contract to create plans for the, addition, everything that was done. Without permits, so this came, the email came in last night and, this was, only update.
What's the plan here?
No.
This is an addition, right?
Correct, yes,
With no permits?
correct, yes.
There was a FEMA issue.
Mhm.
Um. So what's the plan? Do they need variances? Do they need, is this correctable?
The FEMA issue did get resolved because he did provide a survey and elevation certificate to show that's not in the flood zone. So pretty much we do need an
Oh,
update.
so FEMA's not.
Yes, it was, but now it's not. Luckily, not every case in Norfolk say that.
That rarely happens.
For sure. So what we'll need is these plans that they were under contract to get and an updated survey, just to see if the if the addition is compliant. My guess is that's not, but a survey will confirm that. And just to allow an inspection to confirm the use.
What,
But yeah, as
seems like this has taken since August of 2023 to get moving here.
yes, yeah, this has been this,
Year and a half,
yes, it has been,
going on a year.
correct, yes.
So what's the schedule now?
The schedule now, if she didn't email me yesterday, I was gonna recommend imposing a fine. But she did email me with showing that she's under contract. I would like an application, like a full submitted application in by, our next hearing.
Did,
Application for what?
The work that was done, it's like an after the fact.
So this is a architectural drawings, is that,
Yeah, the contract, yes,
okay. And, or design drawings,
the architectural design. I've never heard of that before.
It's a drafting company.
right, but what about a survey?
We have a survey.
You have a survey?
It'll just need to be updated, that survey. To show the addition,
Oh,
yeah, because it's an older survey,
Yeah, but it was before or after the addition?
before,
Or-
that's why it'll be updated, yeah.
Because you really can't determine where the setbacks and the coverage and all the other things are
Correct.
without, okay. All right, do you, know how long this is gonna take?
Ah,
How long is it gonna take for him to get this?
Papi,
Where-
señor, del dibujo, ¿cuánto le?
3 meses.
2 to 3 months.
To get to get the plans drawn?
Papi, el dibujo
Ya
de,
de golpe, sí, sí, los dibujos de las casas.
2-3 months?
2 to 3 months.
And then what? You need a survey? You need the updated survey?
Usted tiene el survey, ¿verdad? De la casa.
Y sí, nosotros hicimos survey, pero no, no quedamos felices con el survey, estamos en el proceso de conseguir otro survey.
So he did get a survey done, but he does want to get a new survey and
Was the survey that you have done before the work was done or after the work
el
was done?
survey que usted hizo fue antes del trabajo que se hizo.
No, después del trabajo. O sea,
After.
todo lo que hemos hecho ahora es lo que la ciudad ha requerido.
Yeah, so we've been doing things that the city has been requiring from after, like the survey, all of that started because of the city requiring it. This house never
So
really
the
had a,
survey, yeah, but you have a survey.
yes,
Was that survey done before or after this work that we're
eso
talking
fue
about?
antes o después,
Después de que.
after.
After?
Ujú.
So you don't have to get it updated because it's gonna show what's there today,
No,
right?
nosotros vamos a hacer otro nuevo porque ese nos hicieron uno que no.
He's just not happy with the one that they did, so he's getting a second.
What's
survey
wrong
done.
with it?
I don't know.
No es que pues tenemos la propiedad,
Pero papi, tiene un survey, he
Sí.
tiene survey.
pero no lo vamos a utilizar porque el tipo no nos anexó los 5 pies que tenemos con el vecino enseguida. No lo hizo.
He's just not happy with that survey, so he wants to get a new survey done.
See you later. This was, the
that
one
the
that
one?
we have, yes. The latest one.
This is Snellman. He hasn't been doing anything in years. Did I see this last time?
Yeah,
I
you
think I
did, yeah.
did.
And there was that issue with the fire escape overhang that's with
Yeah.
the property line. Oh,
This is not even, this is his bill. This is, his
yeah,
bill.
that's, so yeah, sorry.
This
that's-
is next door.
No, yeah, sorry. Do I have, actually, I don't think I have. this one.
Este no lo queremos usar para eso porque no lo miramos lo que
They probably were not happy necessarily with the neighbors. Yeah, that was
no nos
the issue.
hizo las calles, la elevación, no hizo nada, el señor no hizo un.
We would also want an inspection of the.
Well, you gotta
No,
know.
lo que quiero es que
Before
abra
through,
ellos lo van a hacer, solamente vamos a mostrarle que.
before the approval of anything, we would want
Well,
like
you
a,
need, yeah.
we would like an
What do you have?
inspection.
So-
With this, you hear this guy, I have problem with this problem. The guy, 50, 60 years ago, take this feet from my property.
So there's something legal going on with the neighbor in this house right now, because of, the line. That's the latest survey that he got done, but he just wants a second, opinion per se.
But this doesn't have any of the work
Right.
that's done on your, I mean, what are we talking about? Just.
I mean, kind of just to show you there, Counselor, so this is very simple Google image from twenty
Excuse
nineteen.
me, just one moment, because the first form that you guys sent us, it's about the 30 inches, right? The window from the front of the house and the architectural drawing of the house, right?
So, like, yeah, like the footprint of the
Yeah.
house, yeah.
So that's what this is about.
Yeah, and that's what he's showing.
And that's part of what we're dealing with here, is that this is from 2019. Focus on the front porch. 2024. This has now come out,
What's coming, the picture window?
the bay
bay
window.
That's it?
So, I mean, the first thing we have to address with that here is if this window, this area has extended beyond what was existing here, a variance is gonna be needed, because this house is already non-conforming for front setback. So if they increase that
So it's
non-conformity.
farther into the front set.
Correct, if that's what the survey proves, that's why we need a survey of what's existing and then what was done. And then to compound that,
Now,
obviously.
let me,
got-
you know, if that wall is still the same and the difference only being the bay window?
I mean, I think if you look at down here, and down the bottom, you see how this is like cantilevered
Yeah.
down here?
Mhm.
It's not cantilevered here. So something was
Well, yeah,
extended out.
You can't really see it very
You're
well.
That's why
assuming,
I want survey.
Huh?
you're assuming.
You can't really see it very well.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So here's, I mean,
It's open because there's pipes sticking out from it,
I mean,
underneath behind those square windows, right where your highlight is.
right here.
In the other picture, there's pipes sticking out. Right,
Mhm.
I'll zoom in again.
Yeah, it's open.
That was
No, there
open
you go.
here. That was, you're right, that was open here.
Right. So there's
Then I'll zoom in here.
the windows must be just decorative because there's no room behind.
They-
Yeah, this is the from the side. This is how, putting, nothing, it's in the air. This is from my.
When you put, well, you bump the whole, this
Yeah.
is not just the window, this is the whole front wall of the house got bumped out.
Yeah, the bike window, only the bike window, yeah.
Well, when you, wait a minute, let me see this.
It's only the bike window. We don't have footprints, nothing.
Yeah, but you see here, this part under the
Oh,
window
yeah,
came
yeah,
out.
yeah.
That's
yeah,
what I'm talking
for
about.
the window, yeah.
Yeah, the whole, the window plus the,
On the one, yeah.
the chase or whatever it is underneath it. Okay,
Yeah,
well, you need a well, that survey is not what really,
yeah,
complete
this
thing.
is,
Which is why he
we
wanted.
you
was
need, you
hoping,
need,
yeah,
you need to
I
pick
need
up
the
this.
line that said by, you see, the guy no,
Yeah.
they just,
gotta get it back.
you know what I mean?
You gotta get it back.
He did nothing, all that.
Mhm.
That is why I can, and
I
now.
got it, I got it. So
Now,
you're working on, you have to get it back. That's all.
yeah, the problem is, I can make it quickly, why? I don't have money, all the time is 200, 300, 3,000, 300, you know what I mean? I need time, only that. I did everything, the city is complaining, you need, look great, okay, I have got it. The guy, no did the job, okay, need blueprint for all the house, I am working on it. That is why I
See,
need.
this is just a base, stake out this boundary. This isn't even to survey your land. It's
Yeah,
just it's a boundary.
Yeah, the guy take the money, right, really.
That's why he didn't, want to submit that because that doesn't really show.
Well, it doesn't show everything you need
Mhm.
is the problem,
Yeah.
right? And
Now in the process, I hiring another guy, another company.
what do you want to do?
I would like to kick it to the next month, but I'm not sure if any progress at all will be made for the next month. This showing what made, I would like to do an inspection of the
When's the
property.
last time you had an inspection?
Never. Our office, building department's been out there, but not our department.
Because they issued, what's the status of the cease and stop work order?
That's a great question there, Council. I was just looking that up right now.
No update on our end, that they told us.
Yeah, not to speak ill of another department, the building department, we don't have a great way to figure out if they're, have followed up on their stop work orders. We really don't have a great way of doing that.
All right, let's do this. You're working on a survey. Right? And plans. Somebody in the staff over here is gonna contact building and find out what the status of the season what do they call it, stop work order?
Stop work order, right.
Do you know the status of the stop work order? Is there another application? What happened after the stop work order?
Pagaron la, como obra de construcción.
Everything was stopped, no hice nada.
They
Just
just stopped it, but they
Okay.
didn't.
Lo único que yo quería era pintar, arreglar el side. En este momento no tengo seguro de la casa porque la casa se quedó así, entonces nadie
So,
me quiere
yeah.
asegurar.
So, the stop, so he was fixing the house, he was painting the house, because it, they stopped the
Mhm.
contractor or whatever, the stop order. So the house has no insurance right now because no insurance will insure the house that unfortunately, it's in a,
There we go.
There's the-
Stop work order was issued on August
Yeah.
31st, 2023.
Right.
but that's, it's just stopped there, so haven't heard back.
There you go, sir.
Well, I just see pictures from online, but do you have pictures of what's out there?
Just that was shown there.
Yeah, this is from the building
This is on the
department.
building, because we never been out there, so we will, if homeowners are willing, we would like to do an inspection over there to see.
So last time that we were here, you guys did say that you guys were gonna reach out to do an inspection and we were okay with that and we never heard back from you guys regarding that.
I did reach out to you,
Doesn't matter, you're
Okay.
gonna do it.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
We're gonna do it.
It's okay to do an inspection.
Mhm.
So,
yeah, I will reach out, yeah,
okay,
same email I did last time, yeah,
tomorrow,
I can do tomorrow.
contact them
Mhm. Yeah,
tomorrow
yeah, oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
work out when you would schedule it.
Mhm.
You might schedule it with morning.
They come out, yeah.
I also try and get, Inspector Guerrero out there as well from the building department.
Or whoever's.
Yeah.
Whoever's.
That's who's, yeah.
And then we'll move it over to January. and see
January.
What we need.
Okay.
And you got, the buildings are close together, that you may have fire code issues with,
Mhm.
you know, requirements for reading the walls. Not that easy.
Mhm.
What is next door? Just a garage?
It's actually issued a permit there many years ago for a, landscaping company. It was legally non-conforming back in the day for
Or what is
Like-
it now?
it's a landscaping company. It was a carting business before, so that's there now.
Is it right?
Yes. So, part of the
All
January.
right, January 22nd, 2 p.m. here. You're gonna send the.
I'll send it.
We'll, I'll shoot a message to Leo later this afternoon. So
Okay.
he's available later this week or next week.
Sounds good.
Que si puedo arreglar de frente.
Not Friday, but
Algo. Es que
but yeah.
no he podido
Well,
conseguir
if you want.
Yeah,
should be fun.
Yeah.
para pintar, sí, sí.
All for
Esa parte del segundo piso.
To paint the house, do we need permits for that?
No.
No?
Necesito arreglar eso de arriba porque no he podido asegurar la casa por eso. Si puedo empezar a trabajar eso, cambiar alguna parte del siding que está bueno, y arreglarlo. Y arreglar
So he's asking if, so he needs
trim.
to fix siding and trim. Does he need permits for that?
That would be with the building permit with Leo.
Departamento de construcción. Tiene que pedir permiso con el departamento de construcción. Son diferentes.
Do you need favor in the hallway? I think those voices are for here.
Yeah, it's Brian. That's what Brian.
Okay,
When we get to that.
gotcha, okay.
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right.
So, January.
And then I'll hear back from you.
I'll email tomorrow.
Grandview, we took care of.
Yes.
Ford Buford Court.
Yes, he is here. Got another, last minute update for this one.
Let me know if you need the presentation.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. I can do
It should be a very quick one.
You have a survey?
Yes. As of, yeah, so last time we were here was, September. We wanted a progress, with getting a survey. And as of 11:49 today, the survey was, made and it was emailed. It needs to be submitted, but a survey,
Why don't you identify yourself?
oh, yes,
I'm Said Bari
he is advised.
from
So the reason why we want, the survey is not in the presentation, apologies, that was submitted to me 2 hours ago. Was to confirm that that staircase meets setbacks. According to this drawing, it looks like it does meet setbacks. So we would need, 3 full sets of this, like the whole copies from the surveyor.
3 all inside.
Yes, no, the full size one,
Okay.
from the surveyor.
This isn't full size.
No, it won't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
But,
need full size?
for our purposes, yes.
Needs to be scaled, needs to be scalable, yeah.
But if the full size is, accurate to that, which I'm sure it will be.
So what's the violation here?
This was built on the side without permits and, there was a dormer created in the rear without permits.
Where are you on coverage?
Coverage,
Okay.
I just skimmed at the chart, but it should be 35, either 25 or 35 for this, but looks like it is fine. The only coverage that would be created would be this, it's just a wood staircase, that actually does not count for coverage. Used to, now it doesn't, so, coverage is fine, setback is
A
fine.
lot of things used to be and aren't anymore.
That's true, yes. We just need the full size, submitted to that, along with the architectural drawings, which was already, drawn out and everything, but we just need an application in.
So you're okay with coverage?
Yes,
How long has this shed been there?
I believe that's been there for more than 3 years, which is the cutoff. Like I remember looking at it earlier and not finding any issue with it time wise.
So where are we with that?
I would like to bump it to the January one,
You
but
need-
I feel like everything.
He
is
needs,
bumped.
he needs a permit for that stairway.
Yes, so this will be used to make it.
Is that,
He applied for the permit, I believe, but we just need a survey for
is that
it.
a dwelling unit up there?
No,
ADU or anything?
it's not proposed as one, but inspection at the end of this will confirm whether that is the case,
Okay,
because it can't be. Yeah, so yeah, these are like.
so you're okay with the survey then?
I'm okay with survey. It needs to be full scale, a full size scalable, but I'm okay with how it looks.
And you have to do an inspection?
During the permitting process, we'll do a inspection.
So we don't do.
I want to, we.
So what exactly is the violation? Building.
Working without permits, yeah. But I feel like, if the homeowner is able to, he has all materials, the application can be made within hours. If he-
I have a question about that.
Yes,
Is this? Do you have any fire issues if there's a window over here?
that's something that's not, regulated by the department, so it could come up with, inspections from the building department, but for our office, we do not regulate that.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'd say, actually, I was wondering if we could push it to February instead of January. That way, that's allowed some time for the building permit. Let's just see if, we do not have a date in February yet. And I'll just give him more time, because the zoning permit will be approved as soon as it's submitted within a week, it'll be, approved as, so I would personally do it, but the building department may have some issues.
Hold on a second, see if I can figure out how this works. And so for February. Nineteenth,
19 should work. Oh, when's yours?
I think that's mine. Let me go get my,
oh wait, when are we on, Wednesday or Thursday?
Wednesday.
Want to do the 26th then?
That works.
definitely isn't me, going on the 26th.
Yeah,
And I'll send those. But hopefully by then, both ours and the building department permits will be completed.
okay. Well, it's just a matter of the paperwork to get inspection.
Exactly. That leaves us plenty of time.
So I can apply for.
Yeah,
permit
apply for the
next week?
permit with this and well, the full size version of this and the full size versions of the plans that you showed me earlier from a while ago.
So I have to tell my architect and surveyor to give me the full size.
Yeah, exactly. I
And
believe
how many copies? Three copies?
3 each.
Three
Yeah.
for each, okay.
And I'll write it on here. You can keep this,
Okay.
so. Each. And plans from architect. And when you have that, just drop it off whenever at the front counter and we'll take it from there.
And application also, form also have to fill up?
Before, the form, I'll have it at the counter for you.
Okay,
Yeah.
and I'm sorry, one more thing, I think something updated in the deck.
Okay. Something
I see the
updated?
Enclosed deck.
Okay,
In the deck.
in the back, okay. But
And
yeah,
today's email, did you get the email today, the Michael Johnson?
yeah, this is, I just got one, if he sent me two, I didn't get the second one.
No, one is this, and another one,
Oh,
the
what's that?
drawing has some updated.
Gotcha, okay, so the updated plans have that one and this one printed out full size. Oh, yeah. So I didn't see the other one.
Okay.
Thank you.
I appreciate that.
Of course, yeah. So I'll send a mailer out, but next time you'll be here is February, but within like this week or next week, have the application submitted.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. 3 Bob Boyd Drive.
Yes, they're here. And I believe there, had some neighbors express interest.
Let's see if they're out
I think
there.
they're off the way. This is the new one.
So is the only what's in,
John touching the neighbors. Hi.
you can have a seat anyway.
Anyway.
I'm rude there, go ahead.
Okay, you are,
I'm Marlene Ganesa. They want us to get free Bob White.
okay,
I'm her son Emmanuel.
Let's get this.
okay, so tell me what's up.
Okay.
This is the first time up, right?
First time, this session, yes. So this all started, well, I'll start at the end of the last one. The last time this was brought to the attention of zoning was with my colleague here in 2021. This was for, trailer storage. And I believe a trailer storage, a work without permits, conversion of garage and a driveway issue. So that went through the, process. It had I think in total $1,000 fine assessed for it. And at the time, there was a.
Was that cured?
Yes, it was cured. At the time, there was a note where it was suspected that dog grooming, dog kenneling was going on the property. But at the time, no sufficient evidence was submitted. So this year, we did get a complaint back in September 13th regarding a dog grooming, dog kenneling business going on the property, increased traffic, all the things that go on with that. So I reached out because, to resolve the first violation, for the work without permit, they needed to get a permit. So they applied for a permit, however, they never closed it out. So I reached out to the property owner regarding.
You never closed it out with building.
Correct, yes. We never did our inspections and I don't believe the building, department did their inspections. So I reached,
So it wasn't cured.
the permit was applied for, but the permit was closed.
The permit
So.
was issued, but Attorney Ober said that it was work without permits, therefore they got a permit. That's why they closed it. That's why he closed it.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
but You get a permit, you close it.
Correct, yes.
Right.
You do what you need to do. Now, what? Storage of a trailer,
Yes, that was part of the first violation with from 2021.
what permit did they need though?
That was
That's my
just-
question, because
Hmm.
you said there's a permit open
The permit was for a conversion of one garage bay.
from garage to finished.
Correct, yes.
It was to a
Okay.
bedroom.
So that permit was issued,
Issued,
but not closed.
correct, yes.
Okay. And,
And the trailer was removed.
okay, so so no inspections.
Correct, yes.
Do you know if a building permit was issued?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Oh, crap.
Can you check?
I can do that. First, let me just do this real quick. Sorry about that, ladies and
Did you
gentlemen.
get a building permit?
I think something got lost in translation along the way, yeah, because I was unaware of that. So I think at some point they must have needed to apply for a building permit and they must have not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like.
Well, to
because
get
we
a
gotta-
zoning permit, you submit plans and it's a
Yeah.
combined process.
I think
This is
that,
the first place.
yeah, I think my parents must have not done the process properly.
Well, what,
Yeah, it doesn't say that they went to the building department. They got our permit. But the building department.
what does your permit say?
I wrote a lengthy one,
I believe I have a copy of it here. Right here.
just opening here. It's, there you go.
Apologies for the,
Was the driveway removed,
yes,
landscaped?
yes,
So you saw that part.
yes, that was visible from the street.
driveway reconfigured?
Yes, if the second or third page of that shows, suggested reconfiguration, which was done.
And there's a parking space where it belongs?
Yes, I went out and measured it myself.
Okay, and then what about the survey?
That was just to see if one, that was not a requirement, it was just a may be required, but, when I went out on property just to measure, to see if.
Oh, in other words, if it was close on a setback or something.
Correct, yes. But yes, that was the
Yeah.
floor plans.
Attorney Maslin, this is what it looked like prior. So there was the
Right.
converted garage bay here, and here's the driveway, which created a parking in the front setback violation. That was in, well, this from 2015. This was June 2023, June of last year, and this was in the process of being landscaped, I guess. So the driveway was,
Oh, that part, oh, I see, okay.
Mhm.
So where's the parking now?
Up to the side, if you're looking at the house to the left.
Sorry,
Is the front of the house at the setback or is there space?
It
there?
doesn't,
it's very close, if I remember
I mean,
correctly. It's
can
maybe a
you, can you
little,
put a car in the driveway and have it conform? or
I
is
don't
it-
believe so. That was also part of the survey for the final as-built, see if that was even remotely possible.
All right, so,
I'm gonna assume no, but
okay, so
I can be
this
proven.
was converted to a bedroom
correct, yes.
with a separate entrance,
Take the
but that's a
door.
garage door, is it?
This is,
the entrance different?
That's a garage.
This is a garage here.
Yeah,
Oh, the garage is still there.
Yeah, this is the
Oh,
room,
I
this is
see,
the
I got it, okay.
entrance.
so that,
So
yes.
All right. Oh, okay. Why is it a bedroom? It says bedroom here, what
Yeah.
is it called a bedroom?
It's a bedroom.
There's no closet,
No, it's just a room where.
okay, all right, so. All right, so what? So, all right, so this permit was issued,
Mhm.
but it never went to the building department.
Correct, yes.
Okay,
And never put that around, yeah.
and so it was never opened.
Mhm.
Okay, so this is still out there,
Mhm.
but in terms of a citation, which is a little different,
Mhm. So yeah, I
we
reached
still
out.
have an open permit issue, so
Mhm.
that's number one. Number two, now what's what's going on with the dog grooming?
Yes, so when we got the complaints for the dog grooming, I saw that it was an open permit, so that's why I reached out to them,
Mhm.
just to, we have an open permit, also we got a complaint regarding dog grooming.
Mhm.
And it was a neighbor, Pamela Rodriguez, I believe, she here with us today, she made the complaints about it, and now in that time, this was done on September 16th, that was submitted to us. And between that and the sending of the notice, she provided me with video from her ring camera yard showing just drop-offs and pickups of dogs being dropped off and brought to the property. It's like a continuous matter. There's part of the presentation, time and date. I could go through all the photos there. This is provided from us from Ms. Rodriguez.
So there's a dog, now, there's a dog, is there a dog grooming business going on there?
Yes,
Okay,
we have a permit with the city.
This is from town clerk, not from us.
Well, this is, yeah, the business is.
well, this is a trade name registration, right? That's not a permit to run a,
Understood, see, so I guess there's a couple of things lost in translation here.
well, there's a lot lost in this
Yeah,
translation.
I agree, I agree.
This is just a registration of Lenny's Grooming as the trade name for a business that's owned by you.
And we've been, I
So it's
suppose,
not a permit from the city to do anything.
understood, understood. So I guess, yeah, there's quite a bit here we have to remedy.
Well, first, the basic question is a dog grooming business allowed in this zone?
No, and if John keeps on scrolling.
No, I can keep going, I'll keep going.
Yeah, there you go. So the
Alright.
property is in the CD
Well,
one M
what
zone,
category of use does this fall under?
home occupation. So home occupation is allowed in that zone with a
With
limitation.
limitations, okay.
So if you scroll.
I'm going,
In the
don't worry.
limitation thing, home occupation, highlighted, one of the, uses are not allowed is the kenneling of, dogs.
No.
What?
Question,
Kenneling.
yeah, question is, so
What's
it's,
kenneling? It's.
there's a difference, right?
All right, let's go to the definition of kennel.
There is
Uh,
none.
There is none.
However, when
Not a kennel.
I did, during the inspection, one of the photos I saw.
Well, that's a
was-
capitalized term, so there should be a definition.
Correct, it should be.
You're not wrong, Counselor.
Mhm.
There's no definition of kennel.
No, if there's not there's a, line in the regulations where it is not defined by regulation, but
Common, right,
yes.
but
Common,
does a
Merriam-Webster,
kennel, a
yeah.
kennel boards dogs?
Correct, yes.
You board dogs?
No.
I would say that in the inspection I did define this, it's been part of the.
Right,
specification.
cages.
Cages, yeah.
Wait, wait.
This goes too
Yeah.
deep.
Here, I'll go back up to that photo.
And that's why the neighbors wanted to provide their testimony as well to provide their experience.
So those are just dog traits. We have our own dogs and we have small dogs that we groom and we have large dogs that we groom. But we do not board dogs. We don't have a traditional kennel. A kennel would be, I guess, like we're keeping dogs for overnights for long periods of times. And then also in large quantities of animals. We're doing somewhere between 5 to 10 dogs a day and they leave inside of the work hours between 9 and 5 in the afternoon.
We just look at something here.
Could I interject at any time, or do I have to?
Well, just, we'll get to you.
Okay.
Hang in there, I know you're there, and I see you raising your hand, okay, get to you. Oops.
You want me to pull something up on here, Bob, or no?
Establishment for breeding or boarding. Let's see what. Figure out what it is, a shelter.
I'd say in the same line of the home occupation limitations, there are, don't want to call it stretch, but it is the same line, no barber shops, beauty shops, restaurants, kennel and tape dealers, or loading and ammunition. You could make the argument, barber, beauty and kennel.
That's not allowed.
Yeah, barber or beauty is not allowed in home occupation.
Right, it's up there on the, got it on screen.
It's not highlighted, second one here. Dogs, animals and animals.
Any gainful occupation. That's the limitations, well, it's 4.3.9.
I believe that is the limitation itself, so 4 point, to be this page, the 4.3.9, I think that should be G. Yeah, if you go to,
I'm going to the regs. Let's go right to the regs. Why not?
Is it a special permit use or?
just a limited, where it's allowed with a permit, just certain aspects of that.
Do you need a permit? So you need a permit?
Yes, if you, if
So
you want to.
what they would need to do is apply for a permit for this as a home occupation.
Yes, however, it's staff opinion that it wouldn't be granted because.
Well, I mean, that's what they would have to do to get started on this, but what's, let me just,
Yeah, I'm waiting to, yeah.
I see.
In terms of special circumstances, like, for example, like my dad is severely handicapped. So like, and the business itself is built out of the fact that we accommodate he's capable of working with us. He helps my mother. My dad had polio since he was a young child, and his left leg is not capable of walking many large distances, on top of some other things. So, I'm not sure if there is a special reasoning or behind, like, to be able to get a permit, that helps, just a question. You know, because like, I mean, it is pretty it is specific circumstances.
For permitting, it is property and zone specific, not circumstance specific,
Got it.
so
Got it.
it is pretty much a broad stroke, I'd say.
Gotcha.
For things.
Gotcha, okay.
There you go,
I'm-
Counselor. It says 4.3.9F.
I believe I spoke to Ryan with it, it was a yeah, where it should have been G, not F. That was something I confirmed.
G,
with the
that goes
director.
here.
Well, that they gotta change.
Yes, that's tonight, that's the goal.
Hopefully that's in there.
And like with the limitations, it was, it's a goal, so it won't be like high traffic.
Oh, those are the limitations.
Correct, yeah.
And that is
Home occupation, yeah.
right there.
And like you can note, like these are all like high traffic
Yeah, but what's
oriented.
4.3.9 G, I guess, right?
It's just the front page here. This guy. So G goes here, and then it goes to 4, which says the PL right here.
Mhm.
So it's 4, so
That's
it's G
limitations,
4,
permitted with limitations.
right, and then the limitations, you gotta go down a few pages to get
Yeah,
to
that's good.
the home occupation.
What about, that's the only limitation? It's just on the,
For this use, is like the types of home occupation, so, like, there's several.
Wait, no, this is the definition there. This is the definition, Ian.
that's just. a
That's the definition,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
not
so
it.
the,
No, I got it, I get you, I got you.
What page is that,
The definition,
what you're on now?
this is page 251.
Correct, yes.
And I'm gonna get down to, hang on. I'll get there.
Uses permitted with,
Limitations, not cannabis, we're not there yet. Let's see here. Drive-through, elderly housing. Here we go, home occupation, got it here, Bob. That's on page 274. Right there.
following standards are only those districts and uses where PL is designated. So it's
Shows promoted
dwelling,
and defined.
adult establishment, amphitheater,
274 if you wanna cheat a little bit.
I mean, in terms of volume, like, I know that, I mean, there's a huge difference in volume between like a commercial established barber shop or even a commercial groom and what my parents do. You know, it's drastically different volume. I mean, we have, you know, it might be busy between certain hours of the morning, but we're not bringing in a commercial volume.
AA.
So I don't,
Yeah, but that's not what determines
gotcha.
AA. Why does my AA say congregate housing?
No, AS.
Oh, AS. One per dwelling. Shall not alter the residential character of the structure. Owner must you live there?
Yes.
Must- That's it.
Yeah, so there's those limitations in the definition of home occupation itself. That's what Carter dealt with.
All right, so one thing would be not alter the, what about parking? Do you require additional parking?
For parking, for home occupations, you do require one more parking spot. Like
They
the
have it?
2 allotted and the 1
So
additional.
we need 3.
Correct, yes.
Are there 3 that are outside the setback?
With the old setbacks, yes, current setbacks now it's 60. So there's 2, with the
Well,
commercial
so
garage.
Previous.
Mhm.
It's a, do you need a, it just says PL, right? So does that mean you need a permit
Yeah,
to do the
for,
business?
to change it, yeah, for home occupation, you do need a permit for it.
Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, in order to apply for the permit and get it, you have to meet all the requirements, right?
Correct, yes.
And it also has shall not alter the residential character of the structure.
Mhm.
And for grooming, it's what kind of equipment do you have?
Just a grooming table and a dryer, and then
How do you wash them?
we have a small bathtub in our patio that's out, it's like in a little, it's like a small little, sort of shed.
So is there a health requirement?
Yes,
Do you have a health permit?
I believe we've had animal control come out last year.
Well, I didn't ask you that.
No, I'm not, I
This
get,
is
correct,
health
yeah.
department.
I'm not
or-
sure,
or
I'm
some
not
other-
sure, I'm not sure.
Do you have any permits at all to do your business? Any permits that might be required?
Let me explain something. How my business is not like a big commercial.
I understand
Yeah.
that, right?
We
It's a home
never-
off, it's a home
Yes,
business.
We never see that problem. And just the lady sent to animal control to us, like coming and see everything like we doing and have. And they don't found anything illegal.
That's
what I
animal
do.
control.
Yes,
Right.
and they looking what I have, what I doing, and the dogs, like we work, that's special dogs. It's dogs, all dogs, dogs like don't see, like don't hear. It's not a regular dogs like coming to our house.
No, I got it.
Yes, and in that way is like we say, I care these guys.
I
Like,
understand that,
But
I
I
understand,
never
but
see
there-
to
there
do
may be,
something like
but
that.
I'm saying there
No,
may be
no,
permitting requirements.
No. Really.
I don't know if there are or not, because, but this is zoning, it's not.
Oh,
the
yes,
health
yes,
department
no,
or anything else. Well, all right, why don't we hear from the neighbors one?
Sure, yeah, I just want to.
Somebody else is here that wants to talk.
Before going to, Mr. Gary here, he just want to point out, he has worked for the city before.
Oh, I-
for the
yeah, I
building part.
got it.
But I just want to say,
It's our
yeah,
police.
there was no,
He's good.
contact prior to this with
No,
Mr. Gary.
that's fine, even if you did, it would matter.
Right, yeah.
Mr. Gary, it's Brian Gary, right?
That's correct. And I
I
live,
remember
I,
correctly.
I live at 2 Bob White Drive, and really the problem is Esquire Road is a
Well,
cul,
before that, where is your house in relation to
it's
this?
I got that.
diagonally across the street.
So he
If you face
is
their house onto the left diagonally.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
all the way?
yeah, on the corner.
Oh, you're over, that's right.
On the brown house right there.
Ah, that's,
Oh,
yes.
that's on the corner of
That's on the
Esquire?
corner of Esquire.
And here's the entrance
So
over. there.
Esquire is a cul-de-sac,
Yeah, I know Esquire.
Crocus cul-de-sac, and Bob White Drive is it's a perfect
It goes over
residential
to,
area.
goes over to St. Mary's Lane.
Yes,
Mhm.
it's not a shortcut anyway, it's all,
It's a
it's all
shortcut.
residents
It's a
that
shortcut.
live there. No, it's not a shortcut. It's all residents who live there. Each dog that they bring to their house is 4 car trips. They have a car, drop them off, and they leave, then they come back and pick them up. That's 4 car trips per dog. He says they do 5 to 10. I counted 15 to 60 car trips in one day, extra, just in this neighborhood, back and forth. In front of my house, we have 3 buses that come. We have our grandkids there. My son
School
bought a
buses.
school bus. School bus was blocked a couple weeks ago, couldn't get through. It was out there beeping this morning because their cars were parked on both sides. They couldn't get through. It's a madhouse. It's like they're picking up, children at Tracy's school. They're lined up. And the same thing when they pick up, and this is all day long. They're staggered. The cars come, they drop them off 3 hours, 4 hours later, they come and get them. So this is constant traffic. If they do, let's say they did 10 dogs a day, that's 40 car trips a day. They do that 5-6 times a week. That's 240 car trips during the day. It's a madhouse. It's
How
not.
many in an hour?
Yeah.
Like 4, and it begins at 7:45 in the morning, because I drop my daughter off at school at 7:30. That's my house that you're looking at, and they block my driveway.
Yeah.
My concern is that,
That's your house or is that?
This is my
that's
house.
From your house?
These are
From their house.
So you're across the street.
Yes,
Directly across the street.
so
And-
my concern, oh, I'm sorry, Brian.
No, I was just gonna say, they park in front of my house and wait for their dogs if they're too soon. I had a guy a couple weeks ago, he was parked in front of my house for like 20 minutes. I went out, I said, can I help you with something? He goes, no, I'm waiting for my dog to be done.
Mhm.
And I said, well, go park in front of their house. And he looks at me, goes, why don't you close your door and go back inside?
this is what, these people, they don't
Not
live
a
here.
residential neighborhood.
It's a perfect resident. We lived there, we bought our house there when I was 29, 70 years old. We bought it because it was a quiet residential neighborhood. It's turned into a zoo. It's an absolute zoo. Nonstop.
I just wanna add to that.
Sure. What, first, we need your name.
My name is Pamela Rodriguez, and I live at 4 Bob White Drive, directly across the street from her house. And I'm voicing my concern first and foremost as a parent, because I have a 5-year-old daughter and a 2-year-old son. And the purpose of leaving the city was so that my kids had an opportunity to be
I
able to
was
play.
just gonna ask you,
Yeah.
you sound like,
I'm from New York.
Yeah.
Yes. So my whole thing, once I got married in 2015 and I was pregnant with Mia, my whole idea was my husband and I to buy a house where my kids can have room to run and play. When she has her customers come to drop off, they backed onto my lawn, my property. They've knocked down my mailbox 3 times. I have a police report here that I can show you. The first time it happened, her son fixed it. Then the other 2
My son?
times,
That's, we don't have, that's
That
all right.
now, that now.
yes, the
our
first,
cat.
None of that.
Pablo fixed it. You can ask him. Pablo,
I have no idea what
one of
that
her
is.
sons
Don't
came
have
over
any.
the first time. He put 2 rocks to hold the mailbox. It happened the second time, and I had to run down my street to stop the lady so she could make a U-turn and come back. That time I had my landscaper fix it. And recently, there was a 3rd time that happened, and I had sent Ian the videos.
That's one from a 10.
Yeah, that, you know, and when they come, they say that they didn't notice they hit a mail, but how do you drive and not notice you crashed into something? And how do you drive off? That's a criminal offense. You can actually, you know,
well, it's a
That's
car
criminal mission.
accident. It was
Yeah.
the minimum.
They could have been a kid.
it could have been me getting my mailbox. It could have been my kids playing. You know, if I'm coming from the store and I'm unloading my car from groceries, they're coming down my driveway as if they're visitors, making U-turns all day long, U-turns. I mean, her business shouldn't spill onto my property. I didn't move from New York, you know, to do this. Any reasonable prudent person could see that this is a detriment in a neighborhood like this. And the traffic that's generated by the vehicles that begin at 7:45 in the morning until 5:30, 6 o'clock at night, that traffic is ridiculous. It blocks oil delivery, it blocks UPS and FedEx delivery. The school buses are out there beeping sometimes. The way, the picture that Ian had up, they're in front of my driveway. If they bring that back up, not that picture, but
I see.
I can't get in, I can't back out,
Well, I
I
can
can't
see the
do
cars.
anything.
Yeah, I could see the traffic.
You know,
Those are-
how many times do I
I'm
have to
sorry,
fix my
9:13.
mailbox?
Those are your
Could you put it this-
photographs?
9:13.
Those are your.
And I have a whole USB more of all kind of
So-
stuff. It's,
So,
These are screenshots.
I mean, like,
Ridiculous.
for example, like here, like that,
Hold on,
that,
hold on, one at a time.
yeah, so as you can see, I was at home. I needed to leave my house. I'm coming out of my house, doors on the side. This gentleman is parked right in front of my driveway. He's walking over to her. She stands at her front door and she just conversates with all her customers. She doesn't tell them, listen, don't park there, don't move there, don't put your dog on her property to do their business. You know, it's crazy. There's a complete lack of respect. I had to come out and actually ask him to move his car, and he wants to give me an attitude, but you're blocking my property.
This
Those 3 cars there equals 12 car trips, right? Just
Yeah, I
those
mean-
3
No, I
cars.
got, that I got. I
This
can
is,
do the math.
it's crazy.
Can I-
It's all day, every day.
espera, esta foto. Mhm. Can I
Mhm.
talk about this picture, please?
Sure.
The another one?
Careful about touching the screen.
No,
Touch
I
screen,
don't
careful
want-
about
it's
that.
just, it's just, I want to explain something like happened with the lady. Can I see that?
Just, I wouldn't touch it. It's
No, no,
very
no.
sensitive,
Don't
sensitive, yeah.
She can use like a pen to point if she wants.
No,
No,
yeah,
so
that's
where
why
would
I
you like me to, yeah, just tell me where you wanna go.
We have the, ¿cómo se llaman los
Just
cosos
three
rojos?
cones.
Three cones.
yeah.
We have,
Are they here?
And
the lady have many difficult for drive. And I can parking in front to my property because her.
yeah, we've accommodated 3 cones in front of her driving
That do
space.
nothing.
The issue
Yeah,
here
well,
is
Clearly.
you're supposed to have sufficient on-site parking for your business.
For sure.
That's why you're required to have an additional space.
Completely agree.
And all the
So
three
that's kind of,
three cones block,
No,
block people from parking there, but then they
black
park. in
for
front.
her,
I got it.
black for her.
Hold on, I got it.
Black for her.
I know there's a traffic problem. And from what you're telling me, there's a little bit of a friction going on when you ask people
It's
to
been
move.
4 years,
I got
4
it.
years of this.
Okay.
May I, something, please?
Yes.
I understand this, and I'm sorry if our business produced this, but in the last month, my neighbors behind have a construction. My another neighbors have another construction. All the time have cars here. They never see something like that. But they never come to us to tell Marlene or Luis, Manny, can we try to work in another way? Never. Just my customer received bad words. He was like harassment. I feel so terrible, and I went to the police and I put it something to Mr. Brian because he was in front to me with my neighbors, taking pictures. Go to the people and say, stop. You know, like you coming to this house for illegal groomer? He was not supposed to do something like that. All the time, he's something. The lady parking very rude with the people in front of his child. And I say, oh my God, okay,
Yeah. right,
we
let me-
need respect.
I understand. There's
We need
a
respect.
certain amount of friction going on.
Oh, yes,
I
I
got
know, I
it.
know.
I have a
There's a
question.
traffic issue. I got that. I understand that. The fundamental issue right now is the following. Does your business comply with the zoning regulations? And that's broken down into two questions. One is the nature of your business, what you do, is that an allowed use in the residential zone? That's number one. Number two, if it is allowed, and only if it's allowed, do you meet any of the other requirements? Like parking, where you need to have an additional parking space. Are there any other considerations in the zoning regs for home office that I'm missing that I don't know about?
Just the
Just the
use
parking.
and the
Parking.
type of home occupation.
Right, but one limitation is that you can't have a business that alters, like,
Yeah.
alters the residential character of the structure. So if you change you change the structure so that you're now doing things that you need to do in order to groom dogs. And that would be, what do you do in the winter? You don't shampoo them outside.
No, we do, it's in a shed, it's in a shed, it's in, the shed is literally outside of our patio, there's a heater inside the shed.
Is there a permit for that?
No, I guess you have to do all of them.
It's
There's-
just,
Yeah, there's a lot of
all that.
limitations.
I mean, if you're
but
gonna
you
have,
can do inside.
if you
I don't
have
problem.
a business on your property, it has to comply with all of the applicable regulations.
All right.
I mean, that's what the regulations are for. And things like traffic jams, noise, sanitary issues. I don't know what, you have cages there for dogs. How long do people leave their dogs there?
Between the hours of 9 and 5,
But the people, it's the
and then they
to
leave
the dog.
staggered throughout the
Because
day.
these
But
dogs,
they're not bringing the dog and you shampoo the dog and they take him home. They
no,
leave him.
no. That's the process.
Do you walk the dogs?
No,
No,
we have a large backyard. very large.
The neighbors walk them on our property. The dog owners walk them on our property.
Like-
After they bring the dogs out, and before they get in the car, they
Mhm.
come down the street, go down to the corner, right in front of my house 3 or 4 times. They
My
get
house
Pam's
too.
house, and poor Donna gets, our other neighbor, who's next door to them,
That-
gets the worst of it, because she has a small area where she has a fence. I could take pictures of it all day, of what's
That lady
going.
have
I just have a
aggressive
question.
dogs,
No, people-
and that's the problem, like.
Well,
but-
it's the nature of the business. If
Yeah,
it doesn't
I-
fit into
I-
the
I-
neighborhood, it doesn't, you're the one that has to fit into the neighborhood.
Yeah.
They don't have to fit into you.
All right,
Mrs. Rodriguez, another question.
I mean, I think that you have to keep in mind. That, the regulations are there to make sure that residential neighborhoods stay residential. And that you don't have businesses popping up. That change the character of the neighborhood or that change the character of the buildings that they're in. And that's why they have regulations. And if you're gonna start a business, it's up to you to make sure the business fits. If it doesn't fit in the regulations, then you can't do the business there.
I can fit.
You were gonna say something.
Yeah, just quickly,
Yeah.
we're having a discussion about requirements that they haven't met any one requirement. But, another issue is that some of these dogs, she did say that she takes care of dogs that seem to be impaired. But from what I've seen, the dogs seem to be quite fine. They arrive without leashes.
Well, that's beside.
Yeah,
the point.
yeah.
Type of-
Well, just
there's-
It's irrelevant.
Up and down the
It's
street with no
irrelevant.
leashes is a problem, even if they do.
One
meet
guy.
regulations.
I got it.
That's what-
We haven't really.
That would be, please.
Okay.
That's a.
Yeah, it's a good time.
I understand that. Okay, go ahead. You were gonna say something.
No, that I can fix my driveway. I have a big tree, like, in a place with all the permission as I can, yeah. Perhaps, because before I have a 2-space garage, all that, and the people come and doesn't have problem, yeah. And,
Well, the pictures
This-
that I see on the screen there, not this one, but some of the
Okay.
others.
yeah,
show-
but if I can, take this tree.
Sorry.
If we could expand the
yes,
driveway
all the
to the
driveway
left,
to-
that
to
still,
that,
that wouldn't
with
work.
all the permission,
Not
that's
setback.
Tony.
That would be.
It's not inside the setback.
I have
How far
the
back
big
is the
yard
setback
for
here?
6 cars.
For this one, it'll need to be parking lot be behind 50 feet.
50 feet?
It used to be 30.
Now parking has to be in the quote unquote rear yard.
Well, if you make new parking,
Yes, correct.
Right.
so it's gotta be 50 feet off the street. You don't have that.
Oh,
That fence that's on
Well-
13 Esquire is about 2 feet off the property line too. There's a pin out there that's so, that would be encroaching.
Where's the right of way boundary here? You're at the edge of the pavement.
There's no way to tell that without survey.
Right, yeah.
I know that, but.
So I'm just using
it's-
worst case scenario.
That's sure.
I mean, I think we've had discussion in the past when I've had this
Mhm.
violation, is that suggested that, and if I may, my suggestion was putting parking, it wasn't ideal, on the side and into the back,
Mhm.
because that would alleviate any setback issues. At the time, you didn't have to do that, because the setbacks are good, but now you're gonna have to do that, and I completely understand.
Yeah, but you're also
That-
creating
I
a
mean.
less than a typical residential parking lot.
Well, it just, if, again, I'm going, I guess, slightly cart before the horse, if we're gonna say that this is something that could be permitted and they have to add parking, the only way they can add parking right now would be to remove this fence and put parking towards the back and the rear.
But to put the horse back in front of the car, it was, the opinion of me and my superior that this use wouldn't be allowed.
That's,
What would be the remedy? They apply for a zoning permit, you deny it, and they take it to ZBA,
Yeah, they'll appeal
challenging
it.
your denial.
And then all those people would have to back up onto the road and create more traffic coming.
Yeah, that affects me.
No, I
because
got
I'm right
all
in front
that.
of them.
So for the
I got
people,
all that.
the people at 6 Bob White Drive, they're on their second owner since all this happened. They're the second owner at 4 Bob White Drive. And the lady who lives next door to them is the second owner. They've all left since all this has happened. We've lost 3 wonderful sets of
Yeah, but do you
neighbors.
know why, and is this the reason they left, or
Yeah,
Yeah,
how do you know?
yeah.
I mean,
I've been told.
I get Christmas cards from
I
them.
mean,
I talk to them.
we literally
I
do our,
just
Front door
4
neighbors.
years at the property, and a lot of people come to me and say that there's a history. And when I started to get all the traffic problems and cars on my lawn backing up, knocking down the mailbox and driving off, and I finally, was told to call City Hall, there's a history here. I don't think there's any remedy, including
No, I
violation,
hear
that's gonna
you.
fix this
There's,
issue.
there's 31 children on Esquire. There's 14 on Bob Wade. I don't know how many are. It's a residential neighborhood. It's
Yeah.
cut and dry. It's-
All right, what is the enforcement history here? You have something going back several years to 2021.
Right, yeah, that was.
The issue there was doing work on the building,
Mhm.
but the grooming might have been a question, but it wasn't the subject of the citation.
Correct, yeah, it wasn't found.
There
at
was
the time.
no legal issue there as far as what the hearing officer could do.
Mhm.
Then in September, now there's a complaint.
Mhm.
And you went by and inspection was, I'm sure it meant performed.
Yes,
But it was a drive-by?
yes, that was just mainly to confirm the work and the driveway complied. But we want to get into the
Okay.
interior inspection to see if it was a bedroom and to see if.
All right, and what happened to the request for an inspection?
It was made, they met with me in our lobby and they let me in, they allowed me in the property to inspect, to confirm the work. That
You
was done.
submitted photos, all right? Notice of violation sent, 10/29.
Mhm.
What was the reaction to that?
That's what triggered them coming in to meet with me to schedule an inspection. So we met and I explained the situation and explained that that this hearing would be an opportunity to for them to present their case. And yeah. But yeah, so presented a meeting with and a later date, they allowed me inspection and the setup for this.
Okay. And the inspection basically confirmed that there's an area inside the house.
Correct, yeah. And it was the bedroom, it's in the slideshow.
Is that's the room, right?
That's the room.
bedroom?
No, that's.
That one?
No, we don't groom in that room. That
What-
room is a bedroom. This room is
It's a-
downstairs and that's the room where we groom.
This was the the garage house conversion, that's next to the garage,
Okay.
that's the
but-
bedroom. That's
And
not-
and where's this room?
This is right next to it.
Is it,
It's like the playroom
yeah,
in a house because this is.
it's a split? Is it a split level?
No, it's a
Kind of.
regular.
It's
range.
it's that it's the
Yeah,
one, yeah, right
it's a
there.
split.
Oh, yeah, so.
I was in there too, I remember.
So yeah, so those pictures of the cages, I was like, it's
Yeah.
here, okay, yeah. So this is on the,
Oh, wait a minute, that's the
that's the
the
area.
garage
Yeah.
bedroom?
Yes,
Right here. So
Where
that
the-
picture that was on here, this
Wait,
guy,
wait, On this picture, where are the cages?
There's no cage in
That's
that garage.
not-
This is the room.
That garage, so the thing is that the room that we groom in, that is not the addition that we made.
Mhm.
That addition has nothing to do with the
now,
business.
Bob, this room here that you're looking at up top here is in here,
That right there.
right here.
Mhm.
That bedroom there is this guy.
Oh,
here,
so
right
it's the room that goes, it's, you leave the bedroom into this room.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, or vice versa, yeah,
Yeah,
everyone.
yeah.
And sometimes we use this door with the dogs are old.
How do you handle the dogs' sanitation?
Oh, so, I mean, we clean, I mean,
We clean all the
clean
time,
everything,
yeah.
we're constantly
And the
cleaning.
people too.
So like, we're, my mom is a professional groomer, like she's in, my mom is, before COVID, she was working in a commercial space here in Norwalk, Doggone Smart. And then during COVID, she had to, we had to work from home. My dad does not work. Well, he works from home. My dad, he watches the dogs. And he's very immobile. He limps around. He has a severe vertigo. So it's a situation where it's my mother, the business was accommodated.
How did
for
it-
this.
How was it done before?
My father used to paint before it got worse, and my mom used to work outside of the house. My mom worked at a commercial kennel in another side of Norwalk.
Doggone smart.
Doggone Smart, yeah.
They have an employee too,
No.
No, he's not
Yes, you
employed,
do.
no.
I'll show you
We-
pictures of them.
Andres is trained, my mom trains, she
Hold
on,
trains,
hold on,
she trains
hold
Andres.
The training for
She's
my
training us.
dog,
Hold
for
on.
my husband.
That's why he brings the bag of clippers with him.
Hold on. One at a time. There's another person that comes to the house that does this.
He coming 2 times
He comes to the house.
Yes,
but not for groomer.
He comes to the house as part of the business.
no,
No,
What does he
no,
do?
he's a physical
Coming.
therapist for my father.
to do the therapy. My husband
Okay.
had one leg like
All
that.
right, all
And he
right, okay,
coming with all his stuff,
okay.
but how he take picture all the time that who's going, who's coming to the house.
I got it.
That's the problem. Look at
All
that,
right.
now have employer.
So there's a notice of violation
Yeah, he brings dogs with him.
and now it's citation.
Correct.
Yeah, we're allowed to have dogs, he's allowed to have dogs too. He is.
He
People,
brings different
This
dogs.
was the notice.
Mr.
Then we have it.
You don't do nothing in your.
Hold on, hold
not
on.
a place for that, Mom.
Oh.
I can't, because they can't get out of my road, Marlon.
Hold on.
Mom, chill. Chill, it's all right.
Guys, no,
It's cold, everybody's gonna be outside a lot.
Citation.
It's cold as fuck, you know what I'm talking about. We'll worry about this in the summer.
Which one is that in the,
He's looking at the notice.
notice?
It's not part of the presentation.
Notice violation? Oh,
No,
well,
please. Oh, no, it is.
that's in there. There it is. No, I saw something.
Yeah, the mailer was.
Oh,
And the citation and the last page is the constable service.
If what you're saying is, if I have this right, if somebody wants to operate a business from their home,
Mhm.
and I'm not just talking about a guy that does office work out of his den, you know, somebody who has customers that come and go and then they would have to apply for a permit
Mhm.
to do that.
Correct, yeah.
And that would be a zoning permit,
Correct.
regardless of whether any building changes would be necessary.
Correct, yes.
Right?
Mhm.
So wouldn't the next step, or wouldn't the first step have been for this business owner to apply for a zoning permit?
Correct, yes.
And would it be a zoning permit or a certificate of compliance, or is it just a semantic question?
They'll apply for a zoning approval, which we will grant then after inspection.
If it complies.
Yes,
If it
if
doesn't
it
comply,
complies, yeah.
then it gets denied.
Correct, yes.
Okay. But they haven't done that yet.
For the business, correct, yeah.
Okay.
That's not done that.
And have they stopped the work at all, or?
To my knowledge, no. And the neighbors can back up. that.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
From the last notice, it said we had 2 weeks, we got it like on the 24th. So today's the 4th.
Okay. So what are your plans? What is your objective here?
My plan in this moment is try, like, if I talk with the person that I work, all the people like coming are the reference one of the another that have dogs. Sometimes one of the ladies tell me, if you want, I can pick it up one day, some dogs, just to minimize the cars to come into my house. The another option, while I fix the driveway and everything, is that I offering to pick it up, the dogs. If the people accept, and I have a van, like picking up the dogs and coming to my house and leave the dog out there.
What about applying for a permit?
This is the first thing that I can do, my first start. I have the
Well,
fill out the application to help the farming.
We're willing to comply. I mean, my mom has,
if you can, that sounds to me like that's an issue,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And, I don't know what other permitting requirements there might be. I don't know if there's any building code requirements, because different type of use, is there a different classification of use, do you think?
It would be.
Maybe, yeah, it would be
Or something
definitely,
like
yeah,
this?
it would be. Yep,
And would there be any building code issues?
that's a great question for the building department. And I think it would also have to go to help, because this would be some
I'll
sort
give
of,
you an example, if you wanted it, you're not allowed to do it, but if you're gonna do haircuts in your house,
yeah, it would
health
be
inspector
health
would come
and,
around and you'd have to meet all the requirements of the health code.
health and fire
For
as
a
well.
barber shop.
Yeah, and fire as well, because it is considered it's now,
And that's
Cross the order.
because of the different kind of use, but
Right.
that's a health department issue.
right,
But then with that, you have, you may have requirements that are unique to the building code based on that kind of use.
right, and that's the other thing we also have to all keep
I
in
mean,
mind.
that's why there's a permitting
That- right.
process. You can't just open up any kind of business. You need to really see what needs to be done and then see if you can comply. And you're not even close to that here. You're basically, you have a business up and running. We know there's problems because we heard from neighbors, but whether or not that use is allowed in that zone as a home occupation, you really need to go through the permitting process. And you might not get it. I don't know if you would or not. It sounds like there's some issues here. But in order to find out, I mean, I can't say I'm denying the fine because I want to let you keep doing it. That wouldn't be right either, because you still don't have a permit for it. So a better way, and I think a more orderly way to approach this would be for you to apply for a permit. Talk to the staff and find out what they're gonna require, and also go check with other departments. When you had your other, was that your business or somebody else's? that
No,
you-
that's mine.
That was yours? What kind of permits did you have there?
For what,
For what?
for what are you talking
No,
about?
for
The other-
the humor.
The other.
No, for
dog-
doggone smart.
For doggone
You
small.
were hired by
Yeah, we're
them, that
hired.
wasn't your business.
No.
I know the owner of Doggone Smart, yeah. I know the owner.
Yeah, for open work.
One of the reasons that I've not continued to work over there was, that I feel so bad for the dogs. The dogs stay in a crate all day. That's 15, 20 dogs all day in the crate. And I say, one day I wanted to work in my home with the dogs,
Okay.
be free. And that's the reason that I'm not.
Okay,
And for
But
that,
we don't know what permitting they had.
and no, because I'm not the owner.
No, that's what I mean. We don't know.
No.
I don't know what.
Yes,
what permitting.
no.
So you need to do that, and you really shouldn't be doing it until you get the right permits. But all I can do is impose a fine. I can impose a fine of $150, and then what happens tomorrow? You know, it's the same thing all over again. But the best, and the only way for you to get a definitive answer is to meet with Mr. Hall or somebody else in the zoning department. Talk about what you need in order to apply for a zoning approval, okay? But you also need to know what other permits you'd make them go through.
I need that too.
or whatever they,
Yeah,
whatever they call it.
they could change that.
What do they call it when you get all the department sign offs?
Let's see, but,
You know, you get the list, health, fire, you know, all that.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, when we talk to you, like, you know, can you just give us a kind of like a summary of whether like you think, I mean, from what I
Yeah, I'll-
understand, you'll give us a little, you
email
know,
me tomorrow, so
I think
You really, I mean, you really need to, I mean, for me to do what I can do right now, it's not gonna help anything. I oppose a fine, it's $150, now what?
Hmm.
You know, you're here, you wanna work with the staff to get it done.
Yeah, because this is
Either you're
our
gonna
life.
find out you can do it, or you're gonna find out you can't do it.
Well, rent a place.
And if you
Go
can't,
rent a
then
place
rent a
somewhere.
place.
Exactly.
well, you know, that's guys, like, that's what it comes down to, is like, is it gonna be
It's not-
financially equitable to
If
do
you're doing
that?
10 dogs a day at $100 a pop, that's $1,500 a day.
It's not
It's
easy
not,
for the
it's easy to do the math
like
right now,
we
but
walk-
then.
I
I'm just
got that.
rounding off numbers, maybe.
I know, I hear you.
Hold on. Hold on. We're trying to get to an interim status here where we can move forward. And you can do what you need to do to see if you can do this.
Yes,
All
I
right,
can do it.
but, and as I said, I can impose a fine, close this, and, you know, then you'll get another citation next week, and we're back at it again, and
And I guess that's
never
the
solve
question.
anything.
I guess the question is like, how much, like, you know, in the meanwhile, while we try to figure this out, can my parents still work?
That's up to whoever's got jurisdiction over this. Your answer is no.
Yeah, my answer would be no.
I mean, that's,
Yeah.
I mean, that's why you got citation in the first place.
Okay.
And I would strongly urge you to come in and sit down with Mr. Hall.
Of course. Yeah.
Figure out what you need to do, if you can do it. Okay,
And so,
And we
email
don't,
me, we'll set this time next week.
thank you.
all right, does that make sense?
Yes.
I mean, now, for the public here, I can only do what I can do. And all I can do as a hearing officer is either impose a fine or not. And imposing a fine doesn't help you. Right? I mean, I wanna be fair to everybody. And if you get into the process and you find out you need permits, or you're, no matter what you do, you can't make your operation comply with the zoning in your house, then you have to find another place to do it. Unfortunately, but that's just the way, you know, that's just the way it is. I can't change that, and I can't let you do something you're not allowed to do.
Yeah, I understand.
So why don't we kick this over a month?
January. Okay.
Counselor, we also include the permit for the conversion of a garage bay, which was never closed out,
We gotta
never,
close that out.
it was never inspected by the building department, so I don't even know if that
Oh, no?
meets all the state, no, that's, I got it right
That's-
here.
Yeah, but that's not on the citation.
It is.
Or is
It's,
it? Yeah, but it's in
Closing it
a
out.
different way. It's closing it out.
yes.
But I guess-
CLCC.
Yeah, so I can guess, hold on.
All right, so then,
Right.
we'll kick it over a month, and then now you got two things you do.
Yeah, I gotta get that
One is
taken care of as well.
One is the garage.
Yeah.
The other is
Can I?
closing out if you need well, I'm sure you need a building permit.
Mhm.
Yes.
I think Mr. Jerry knows that.
Can I, a favor? For 1 week, we live in to Christmas to Colombia. We stay close for almost 2 weeks.
So you're gonna cease operations until you get back.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, like they was to be.
Well, how long are you gonna be in Colombia?
3 weeks.
2 weeks.
So we're losing a month between Christmas and.
After 35 years, we're going to pass Christmas with our.
Well, then we'll
family.
kick it over 2 months.
Well,
We gotta
when-
get this done. When are you leaving?
January.
January,
You'll see
No,
December
December 17th.
17th, 19th.
Well, you got a couple days to deal with this.
Yeah, and then maybe it's gonna be
Oh, we can,
between now and then,
yes,
come in,
yes.
come in.
You gotta-
Yeah, of course.
Have a
Oh, no, of
conversation,
course,
yes.
of course.
If I
we'll come in
can.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
Right.
just, yeah, do that, at least
Somebody
let's
has a
get it
question.
in order before you guys leave.
Yes.
For sure.
I just wanted to clarify for the
The
next,
Bronx, is it?
yes.
Mhm.
Here.
I could tell.
Was it, for the next 2 months to cease the grooming business?
Yeah, it's still as.
No,
Going
what's
forward.
happening is,
Oh, here,
they're not gonna be here from the 17th into
To
the,
January,
to middle of January,
Yeah.
so nothing's gonna be going on there. Between now and when they leave for Columbia, they're gonna come in and talk to the staff about what they need to do to apply for a permit, if they can comply, and to see what other permits they need from City Hall for this. And, because right now, I don't know what all that is. And it hasn't really been, the problem is they never applied for it.
They
So
were
zoning
blind.
doesn't have a complete picture of what all the other requirements might be. And that's how you get this ball going.
Yes, so maybe we can keep the groom, but maybe not.
Maybe not. I mean, that's,
but I don't want to
I don't-
lose,
I don't wanna-
Big maybe.
I can't,
I don't
That's
want to
okay.
lose my business, yeah.
but you may
that's
have
what
to, you may have to find another place.
Yes.
Yeah.
I need
It's so
to
much
have-
better if you
yeah,
can
So much
yes, yes,
easier.
We,
It would just solve
Just,
everything.
just I want
I understand.
to keep
I get this.
to my life, this to.
Agreed.
Okay, okay.
It's
Because
just-
you
yeah.
can,
It's the-
we can come to, we're gonna come to an accord
It's very
eventually with all
hard
the
to
shakeups.
more. I'm going,
Agree, Mom.
no, because I.
You're emotional,
my
it's okay, it's okay.
Yesterday went to the hospital for the strike, like these two people, produce and him.
I went.
I called the ambulance.
I went and made-
Hold on, hold on.
Hang on, it's
no,
irrelevant.
Guys, it's not the place.
Hold on.
Come on,
It's irrelevant.
This
That's-
is not,
Not the
No, I'm
place.
sorry, I'm
This is
sorry, I'm
not
sorry,
the
but
time or
please,
place.
oh, another question, or maybe that's for Sonny, yes,
we're trying to,
about my, oh,
I'm trying to move this along so that you know
thank you.
when you're gonna get to the point where you know what you can do and what you can't do, and-
I'm clear what I
You
can,
okay?
do. I need to,
okay?
believe me,
that's-
like, all my life is a battle, and this is
Well, it's a
my,
battle for
everybody, but sometimes, okay, baby, okay.
All right,
So,
okay.
So February, 20, I was on it.
What did we say, February
26, yeah.
26?
Yeah.
so, yeah. Wouldn't, yeah,
You had a question you started to ask it.
Oh, I think you answered my question.
If you could
Think about it,
take
that's efficient,
the
Bob.
pictures.
February,
Exactly.
I called the police again.
Don't call the police on me, because I'm allowed, I talked to the police, you can take pictures as long as they don't go on your property. Yes, I can.
I went to the police and the police say, you harassed me.
That's the first time in 70
family.
years I've ever had a policeman called on me.
You say out to me.
Put yourself.
hold on. Enough. Okay, we got a plan here. Enough.
And I'll send them in.
We've had a discussion here that was quite detailed and spirited at times, but no one was sworn in and there's no evidence, so we didn't actually have a hearing. Someday, if we get to the point where you have a formal hearing, it's gonna be a whole different thing. It's not gonna be much of a conversation. It's gonna be more like a trial. Okay, so my view is we get more done this way. I signed all these.
Uh,
They didn't. Here's this one.
We can figure that out.
You guys are all set.
Yeah, all right, you're all set. Well,
I'll see you in February.
It's the whole bag.
but you should save it from when we come in. Yeah, when you guys come tomorrow, I'll be here tomorrow,
Yeah.
God willing, I'll be here tomorrow, and, well, and you can come in, ask anything you want, and
Have one appointment or just I'm coming?
you just come on in, anytime after, for me, anytime after 10 o'clock, so my coffee gets in me, and I'm good to go.
Yeah.
We're good to go.
Yeah, I'll be here too, yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
What part of the Bronx?
I moved from Middletown, Helen area.
My cousin grew up on McClay Avenue.
McLean Avenue, okay.
Right off the top of.
Thank you very
East
much.
Fremont.
No problem. Take it, we'll see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow.
Train isn't on?
I need the police.
Could you pause it for a second?
Sure.
Yep.
All right, folks, we're back.
All right,
We'll
we're back.
pause
We
for a
took a
second.
break for, because we've been at it for a while.
Mhm.
The only one left I see is
48 Elmwood.
this has been here before.
No, this is the first one.
Oh, is it?
Yes,
Oh,
I could,
oh, sheds, okay.
I could give the spiel.
Go ahead. I got the presentation up here. Let me get the share screen going.
Okay.
There, run it.
Yeah, so this started with a blight inquiry. They referred it to us on October 3rd regarding the first slide is the email just regarding sheds and commercial activity on the property. The next photo is what they showed. You can
This
go back
is
to
up
that
by
one.
the hospital?
Yeah, close to it, yeah.
No, Elmwood's over
No,
by
this is, no.
Golden Hill. That's off Fairfield Avenue, off of Summit Avenue's
Oh,
over there.
okay.
It's behind Cedar Street.
So this photo's by Golden Thing. So you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sheds. And in shed number 4, if you zoom in, that circle right there. Oh, yeah.
That's as good as we're gonna get it.
It's lots of contractor equipment. So you see carpenter buckets, just tools, like it's definitely, and if you see the cars in the
Why
driveway,
aren't they here?
I don't know. They got notice, citation, and hand delivery, well, about a delivery from the concert. So right after the blight inquiry, a few days later, we got an anonymous complaint mailed to us. And they provided some nice black and white photos to go along with it. That's the view from the street, again, just contractor stuff.
What's the violation?
So the construction of the 5 sheds without permits, all those sheds encroach on the setback line. See, there's no certificate of zone compliance with
Let
them.
me see your citation.
Yes.
I'm getting there.
So there's actually 5, I believe, citations, size 5.4. So building the sheds without
Wow. Here you go.
certificates, all the sheds encroach.
Is there
on
a
the
notice?
setback.
You do a notice?
Yes. All sides encroach on the setback. They're operating a contractor building equipment facility there. And they paved the front, made illegal parking in the front. So there are 5 violations, but if you split the,
Yeah, but it's all the same series of structures, right?
correct, yeah, it's, they did appear, if you go on nearby, you kind of see it, I don't think it's part of the presentation, they did appear. They started off with 2, then they just added, so it wasn't all at once, they added different sheds as time went on. So.
And, sheds, parking.
They, the last photo. They're not scanned. Oh, there you go, yeah, they created a parking in the front setback. By,
Is that the front yard on the left?
yes, so that's that's the whole.
Where's the street?
On the bottom, like, that's the
Oh.
street. And if you look on the 1970.
Well, where's the front setback line?
Front setback for this zone is a CD. You have it.
Yeah, but where is it on the picture?
I believe that is existing non-conforming the house, cause it is what a CD, I wanna say. CD2, sorry, CD2, so it's parking is 30 feet plus 20 feet, so it'll be 50 feet behind the front property line. It's that one up.
This one, you know,
No,
say?
no,
I was just saying, cause that's the problem.
Yeah, two, that one right there.
This one right here?
No, this one right there.
This guy right here. Sorry.
So all parking should be behind 50 feet, and if you look at the
Behind-
old,
This is a multifamily zone.
two family zone, CB2.
Two,
Mhm.
more, two families.
Well, we have not gotten into the property. I think it could be just one, two family, but one of them has a very substantial commercial vehicle, commercial business.
Are there any businesses listed there?
Nothing I saw on, nothing I could find. And the property is owned by, it's not owned by an LLC, it's owned by individuals.
That should be a little more.
And here's just a whole, it's cool, it's in your driveway, it's just the one thing going to the rear, there's no,
Yeah, that's,
I'm assuming it's just blue house there.
yes,
That's never a good sign.
with
We
the
got,
chimney in the front, yeah.
that's never a good sign.
any
We got-
contact with the owners?
No contact, so I notice and citation, oh, thank you. The only hint of anything is when we did, constable service, where he left it a phone. He noted that he gave it to, someone who informed that the, owner lives in Stamford and that he'll make sure he gets a violation. That was a note left to us from our constable when he served citation. But, no response, before or after that.
Did you check and see who owns the property?
Yes, so that it is. Right here. Jody V and Luis Gutierrez, going to the tax card. I'm surprised, I'm honestly surprised it's not owned by an LLC. Typically these
Well,
are.
Well, it depends.
Hmm.
You just Google the address.
I can do that.
You know, the other thing is probably, it's not a boat service.
If you did hand it, you did put it in hand to someone.
Yeah, but if they live in Stamford, then it's not a boat service.
For the,
Well, we have no confirmation. that he
Yeah,
actually lives
no
in Stanford. I mean, it's a tenant saying he lives in Stanford. For all we know, he's covering his rear end.
mhm.
It doesn't look like there's a business listed there, at least from a very simple Google search.
The only history we have is, the same owner, Luis Gutierrez, back in, 09, I got a permit for removing illegal third unit for a two family. And from it was the same owner, Luis Gutierrez at the time.
Guess what's back? Yeah. The problem is always with these, with the tax assessor records and such.
Well, they're
is
gonna be
that-
behind a little bit.
And, well, even if they're not behind, they don't, to be honest, they don't really even check them. I mean, as long as they have an address on record, they send the bill, and if it gets paid, they don't care by hook or
Yeah, but
crook
it's
how
up
it
to the
happens.
property owner to tell them where they live.
Right, so
That's why that's good enough for, or if you, more than
right.
a tax bill.
So, yeah, so I would say that the 09 permit, the tax card, and the note from the constable all say Mr. Gutierrez, so I do believe it is the same owner, because the tenant said Mr. Gutierrez lives in another city.
Did you go knock on the door?
I did not know.
I was on a third party.
That's the anonymous.
Who's AS?
I don't, there was an anonymous complaint, so I wanted to maybe anonymous submittal, that it was mailed to us.
Hey, that's about the only way we get anonymous complaints anymore is by mail.
That came after the blight inquiry, so this started due to the blight.
Is that
referral.
Billy?
That's Bill Ireland over
Oh,
there, yeah.
no.
Yep.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, Bill, you over there?
He's dead.
I think he's, oh, there he is.
Yeah,
Somebody just wants to say hi.
would you just put your hearing aids in so you can hear?
I did hear. I
Jeez.
started, as soon as I heard your voice, I started walking faster.
We are being
Oh,
recorded.
yeah. Right here, I'm gonna,
We heard
let me
from.
pause this, hang on. I'll pause this, now that we got the,
Frank.
hang on, record. Sorry about that, folks. We had a little visit from the chief building inspector, so.
Okay,
just watch
so,
that.
we're on 48 Elmwood.
Mhm.
Nobody's here.
Nobody cares.
The marshal's return says, or the constable's return says, um, the usual place of abode of Jody B. and Luis Gutierrez,
Mhm.
48 Elmwood Avenue, but then it says, a person named Orlando informed me that the Gutierrez's live in Stanford, and that he will make sure they get the violation paperwork. Well, that, it kind of is not consistent with abode service, so there's a question there. And Mr. Hall, you didn't have any conversation with either of the owners?
No, no contact whatsoever.
Anybody at the property?
No.
So how did this come about? You you
Referral.
received a anonymous complaint from somebody?
First, there was a referral from the blight department, then, 5 days later, we got on this complaint.
Blight department
Separate from
email,
the blight?
yeah.
It's separate.
Separate from the blight thing?
Possible that they also reached out to the blight department as well before us, but, this came to us from a different, department,
Okay, Matthew Deering is what?
the new blight inspector.
Brand new.
Very good at job.
Did he knock on any doors?
To my knowledge, no, he got the pictures from the neighbor, the
Right.
picture that you see, the neighbor allowed access, and he able to take the
It's
photo.
basically the neighbor let him get into the back of his property to.
So why did he pass it off to you and not take enforcement action himself?
I believe they are taking enforcement action.
They are, they're taking enforcement on the cleanliness and the junk that you see there, but they
Well, that's
can't,
blight.
Mhm.
right, but they
Broken
technically,
Windows and.
yeah, they technically can't do anything about the structures them, in of themselves. Blight's
Well, but the
cure would be
condition
to,
of them is blight.
Correct, yes.
right, but they can just, to cure blight, they would quote unquote renovate the sheds,
Which
make them into compliant, which doesn't solve our problem.
Cause the.
No, I
sheds
got
are
that, I got that.
Within the setback.
Do you know the dates when the sheds were put there?
They started to appear.
Well, first of all, is there a 3-year question with sheds?
Yeah,
Yes.
sheds fall under the 3 years, 813E.
Because they're buildings.
Yes.
There's buildings on residential property.
You know, I got a little nifty mapping program here we can use.
I forgot when they started appearing.
That's me, that's me.
Oh, dogs, maybe they need groomed and all this.
Let's see here, we got the 48.
It brings you to the wrong one.
All right, I can find it. All right, well, that's not it.
Yeah, so it's north.
This guy right here,
two,
is this
yeah.
one here. So this photo there was taken September 2024.
Mhm.
Now we got 1, 2, 3
Mhm.
in March of 2024. We got 1 in October of 2023.
Could this be a new tenant?
Possibly, that's, we have no record of the tenants, so, not sure, but my assumption would be that would be.
Any possibility that this sold and the tax assessor's card is not up to date?
There you go.
Always a possibility, but, up to date. on
It was
website.
looks like it was a foreclosure in 2009.
Mhm.
Was foreclosed.
They're only from June.
If you run quick enough. All right.
Okay.
Got a good price on it.
I like that.
And what's the field card say about number of units?
2. I have that up
Two?
here, right here, yep.
And that would be consistent with the, permit that they received in 2009 to remove the illegal third
Did she
unit.
sign off on it?
Yes, this certificate was made.
Right?
Deputy building inspector,
Oh,
this last year's.
That is Vlad, my predecessor. You remember Vlad?
Yeah, signed by, one of us, 15 years ago.
okay. All right.
Yeah, they tried to go out, the tax assessor tried to go back out in May of 2023. They only got a measurement, so they were denied entry there. They also did measurements in 2018 and 2013. So typically when measurements are done, that they didn't get access. They just did a measurement of the exterior and outbuildings. And they carried over the interior information from the last card.
So what? Okay, so they, since 2009, they haven't been allowed in.
It doesn't look like it. The last time anybody was in there was probably that certificate inspection. And then the tax assessor reassessed based on the permit and the CO.
Well, one thing that could happen is, yeah, did you send a certified mail
Yes.
in addition?
Yeah, regular mail, certified mail, and the constable service. We can do the tracking number if you,
Did you get the, yes, did you get the thing back yet?
I did not know.
Can we do the tracking numbers?
Sure.
No, I can do that. I got it right here. Of the citation or the notice, Bob?
The citation.
The citation.
Citation.
I got it in here.
I can't copy and paste it,
I know.
if you prefer.
Okay, maybe not. I have UPS tracking. But no.
UPS or?
USPS.
I do the same thing. Same thing. Oh, you can do it through Google now.
5890710 27080807713. Doesn't seem to be a tracking. That's interesting. Let me do that. Let me just check one more time.
Make sure you
Do it through the
make sure you
website,
got the
though.
numbers right.
Here, if you process from the source itself.
And. Yeah, because it's not 1-3, it's 1-7.
Exactly.
Oh, well then, okay.
Let's try that again.
1-7, try that again. Oh, I did save.
95898 0710 270 090 7713 17. Let's try that. Additional action, please contact the US for more details. Let's do this. This is okay. This is where I know. 9 0 3 1 7. Delivery attempt, notice left. No authorized recipient available.
Oh, what?
Authorized recipient available, probably all that work. Yeah, we do. So for the citation, we did certified mail, regular mail, constable service.
And what happened to the other one? That's a notice of violation.
This is the citation.
That was. the
This came
citation.
last.
Yeah.
That's the citation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go do, what's the other one there?
The notice, here you go.
Mhm.
I wonder what the address, well. Oh, this is to the address of the property, right?
Yes. Mhm.
This was delivered, the notice was delivered with an individual
So they got notice.
at 48 Elmwood.
Yeah, but who's the individual?
Then they never tell us.
But don't you get,
We should have gotten a green card back.
Well, don't always get it.
We definitely should have gotten it because they would have torn it off and.
I could rummage through my desk, but I would have added it to this.
don't you get,
Yeah, we get that for back, yeah. I could quickly.
no, I meant, online.
Oh, yeah, they do the delivery.
If you click on delivered, see what it, see if it's a link.
Here?
Oh, like the green?
The green thing.
Oh, on the right, yeah.
No,
Nope, no.
they can't click none there.
I can click on I can go through my
Try
desk.
UPS plus.
Oh, I'll be right back. Just see if something like
So I don't have that account.
Oh,
We got chump change here
Yeah.
for budget.
I don't do that. They don't give me enough money for that. Well, they do, but. I gotta pay Constable Bondi.
So for 3 years, it costs, there's a $375 per item.
Right, yeah. Well, we'll know. Yeah, if it's for $3.25 a year, why wouldn't somebody do that? I mean, as flawed as the state statute, it does say we just have to make an attempt for delivery via the tax records. It's not the greatest,
Well,
but
if you're gonna impose a fine on somebody, you really should make sure there's actually case law on what what a summons and complaint has to say.
Mhm.
Stuck with another one. Been happening lately, but no signature on it.
Came back though, huh?
Yeah, it came back, we stamped it in on the 22nd, but no signature on it. But it does have the barcode scan thing comes out of mail.
Well, post office still uses COVID as an excuse to give us those. We'll get those back signed CV-19 still.
Yeah, that's why we like our constable, because, well, I'll keep my mouth
Yeah,
shut.
he didn't find anybody either.
No.
No. He does, Peter, to his credit, he does give a fair shake to try and find somebody if he can.
Mhm.
But is he CSI? No, but he'll give it a shot.
Well, the other problem is he can knock on one unit,
Yeah,
door in one unit
Mhm.
and hand it to him, but the guy lives in the other unit.
right.
That's not a phone service.
Nice.
Well, this is brand new, right?
Yes,
We're like just over 2 weeks.
yes.
His service was, 11/27. I mean, we're still in the 10-day.
The citation was mailed out on the, oh, yeah.
His date was 11/23.
23, yeah.
Sorry.
Oh.
Hmm.
Well, what do you have? Was it 10 days?
For citation,
5 days.
5.
Citation can't start 5 days, has to start 5 days after receipt.
No, I mean, the request for a hearing.
10 days to request.
10 days.
Yeah. Let me make sure that I'm 98.9% certain. Blah, blah, blah.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah. And I think, I'll be honest, I think Corporation Council set this letter up so that there's an automatic hearing, so that there's no. That's questionable enough itself. Well, that's a discussion for another time. That's a discussion for another time.
Thank you.
That's a question, that's a question for another time.
Be happy to lower the fine if that's.
Some 45.
I think $5,000 is a good number.
Ten days for the hearing.
10 days in.
So we're there.
And if Blight is doing.
I would, suggest
Go right at it.
we kick it over a month. And because we're technically, you can still ask for a hearing. In the meantime, we get together with the blight guy and go knock on doors. Until you figure out what's going on and check, see if you can check the land records.
Yeah, you can always call Rick. If you get something like that, and he'll,
Well, if you had a, can you get into the land records here?
unfortunately, no, they're very protective about that.
Mhm.
You have to actually either sign up for this encrypted thing it's public facing, or you have to pay a month. Even us in City Hall, you can't. I think the only ones that have access to it are tax and them. That's it.
And me, but I pay for it.
So you pay for it, exactly. So that's,
Right, you do that, and,
A month, yeah, and I'll,
I'm not even gonna do anything because
Okay.
I mean, they can ask for a hearing or not ask for a hearing, so.
okay, month and I'll send notice.
So,
And like,
You can't always ask Peter there, Ian, if you feel that what he does is. Yeah,
Or-
just a little, he will try and hunt him down. It's just a matter of,
this is it here, right? I'll just write this.
okay. We want to know what the council hall?
What do we, January what?
22nd. I think that'll be a pretty busy hearing.
Today wasn't bad.
Oh, no, no. That was the last item.
all right, so we are all set here. Next time you'll see our hearing
I guess
is
we're adjourned,
next
huh?
week, yeah. Next week, ladies and gentlemen, will be my hearings and hopefully we will make it through that. Take care, everyone. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. Yeah, sorry, everybody. Now we